My name is Jay, and this is my friend Sue. We share a common love for good friends, good times, and good food, and we want to share it with you. This is the Aimless Cook. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Aimless Cook. My name is Jay. Today's episode we're going to do a street food that is popular in Durban, South Africa. It's called bunny chow. Now bunny chow, or bunny as it's more commonly referred to, is a simple curry, usually a veggie or a bean curry, or could be something with mutton that's served in a hollowed out bread loaf. And I'll explain the history of this dish as we go along. So for today's recipe, I'm going to do like a simple chicken curry, and we're going to use one of those rotisserie chickens that you get at the supermarket. So this is a great way to use leftover chicken. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a half of a yellow onion, a medium yellow onion. I'm going to chop it roughly because I'm going to make a paste by putting it in this food processor for a little bit. Now I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to make a basic curry powder. And I'm going to do that by toasting some coriander seeds in a dry skillet until they start to pop. When that's done, I'm going to grind them in a mortar and pestle and release that wonderful aroma. Into that, I'm going to add some ground cumin, garam masala, and some turmeric. Now, if you don't want to go through all that trouble, don't worry, you can use your own favorite pre-mixed curry. Okay, I got an oiled skillet here going at about medium heat, and to that I'm going to add that onion puree that I made in the food processor. Now I'm just going to cook that gently until the raw onion taste gets out of that, and to that I'm going to add about a couple cloves of garlic that are minced, as well as about a thumb of ginger that's also minced. I'm going to blend that together and I'm going to cook that for about a minute. Okay, so once that's done, I'm just going to add my curry powder to the onion mixture and I'm going to mix it until we have an aromatic taste. And that's what we're going to do here. We're building our flavor base. So once I got that flavor base established, I'm going to add a can of crushed tomatoes. I'm going to mix that around a little bit until I introduce our meat. And for the meat, of course, I'm going to use our rotisserie chicken that we had from the supermarket there. We're going to use about a half of that chicken's worth, and I got it roughly shredded up into nice good chunks. Now, depending on the kind of tomatoes that you're using, you might want to add a little bit of liquid. In this case, I added about 2 cups of water. And to that I'm just going to stir that around, mix the water in a little bit so I can simmer this. And I'm just going to cover that and simmer it for about 10 minutes. Okay, hang on. Now if we're going to simmer it, why don't we add some potato? Let's dice up a potato about 1 centimeter so that they cook up nice and fast. And let's add that as well. Now when our potatoes are tender, I'm just going to open this up once again for the last time, because I am going to add some frozen peas. And those only need a couple minutes to cook. After that, we're just going to salt and pepper to season, and we are good to go. There are a few stories behind the origin of bunny chow. One of them being that during apartheid, strict segregation of whites, coloreds, and black people were in place, and many restaurants weren't allowed to seek black patrons. Since takeout could be sold to anyone, hollowed out loaves of bread were used since there were no disposable containers. Why bunny? The Hindu caste of Indian merchants and traders were known as banya. So have fun with this recipe, make it yours, and most of all, have fun in the kitchen. For more great recipes, including this one, be sure to visit us at our website at www.theaimlesscook.com.